All right, it is June 23rd. I'm doing this one late actually, and I realize that despite all of my efforts, I posted the last video. Well, I uploaded it, but I didn't publish it. So I did that earlier today. So that's last week's video. Sorry about that. This past week, what was going on? I was supposed to go into work twice a week starting this past week. Had an appointment on Monday though, so the first week I'm supposed to do it, I kind of botched it, so that's okay. So tomorrow I will be going into work and Wednesday as well. So that'll be kind of cool to be going in twice a week. I don't enjoy the drive just because it's traffic. It's pretty crappy, but it's okay. I think it'll be good to get more face time at the office. I do have team members that go in. I think I've mentioned this a few times, so it's kind of nice to be able to go in and get FaceTime. I didn't used to have that on my previous team, so yeah, it's just nice. And I've told people like there's no obligation, but a lot of people on the team were going in on certain days. So I just said, hey, if you want to be able to have like one-on-ones face to face, then I'll be there these days. And if not, that's totally cool. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, nothing too exciting for work in terms of like new things to mention. So probably move on from that. One of the last updates was that we got kittens, so that's been keeping my wife and I occupied. They are awesome. They're super cuddly. I've had, cats and kittens before growing up, but they always seem like the kittens are very sketchy and they're, running around and afraid of everything, very skittish. But these guys are pretty chill. It's really cool. You can pick them up. They're not trying to run away and stuff, and yeah, they just flop over. It's cool. So biggest challenge right now is we have 3 dogs. 2 of the small dogs are totally fine. They don't care about the cats at all. In fact, one only cares about the cats because the big dog we have cares. If he's not around her, then he's like, I don't care. So it's almost like he's just paying attention because she's paying attention. Now, the tricky part is with her. She's extremely big, so she's 130 pounds. She's a Malamute, an Alaskan Malamute, so she's like a big wolf, or I guess probably a small wolf. Wolves are pretty big. Um, but yeah, it's kind of scary because she's so big and she's so interested in the cats. It's very hard to tell how much of that is like she's always been gentle, but it's hard to figure out if that's like a predatory thing because she sees them as very small things that she could potentially eat. So we had some really good progress between yesterday and today. Just having my wife kind of hold her name's Arya, so holding Arya, and got treats on hand, and we were able to between yesterday and today get her to the point where she's not hyper fixated on the cat. Like, that she's very interested, but we could never even get her to look away. Like, that's how fixated. So using treats, she was able to kind of be, a foot away from the cat. Could get treats. My wife wasn't like pulling her. She just had her hand on her collar. Said the dog wasn't pulling. So we kind of got her to a point where we know she's interested in the cat, but she's not like lunging and pulling at the cat. So that's pretty good. I think we'll continue building on that. It's going to take some time. Like I said, I've never seen her be in a state where I was scared that she was going to hurt something or someone because she's so big, but she's so derpy. She's very, I don't know, she's very gentle. She can sound scary because she's got a scary voice and she's big, but I've been playing with her and she's growling and she's making angry sounds, but you can like put your hand in her mouth and she'll lick you and stuff. So I'm hopeful it won't take too much longer. So that's been a big thing. I did announce, I think in the last video, and it was kind of stupid because I didn't publish it until today, but we launched BrandGhost. So BrandGhost is the project that I've been working on, and it is the content creation platform. So I probably said this in the last video, but it's been a bit of a it's been a long couple weeks. So excited to have announced that our sign up page and stuff is ready. So I've been kind of sharing that out with some people. We have a couple things we got to work on. So our front end needs the most work. I don't want to say we're struggling there. We're having a couple challenges because of all the platforms we have to integrate with. The authentication stuff's being a pain in the butt. So that's a big thing. But once we have that, and I've already started actually, so this content platform is something that represents my content strategy. So I have been, without going into details about what I'm currently doing for my content creation and publishing and all of that, I'm starting to migrate parts of that over to BrandGhost, and it's cool. So BrandGhost, one of the things that's part of my content strategy is evergreen content. And the important part about evergreen content is that you invest time into creating content that can be reused. And that's not to say that you always take the same piece of content and just keep sharing it over and over. Like that's not the goal. But evergreen content does allow me to take my foot off the gas figuratively. And if I need to take a step back, then I don't have to worry that all of my content shuts down. So I think a lot of people, if people take advantage of scheduling their posts and they'll sit down on a Sunday and they go schedule, that's great. It's still not enough for me. And that's because I post to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube. What did I miss? Threads, Blue Sky, Mastodon. See the problem? I'm not going to go schedule posts across all those platforms, and I'm certainly not going to do that every week. So I create content, I put it into a common spot, and then I have a system that will allow me to publish that content into the right format, the right cadence that I desire. And I try to, as much as possible, create evergreen content so that it's an investment for the future. And there are many popular content creators that have been doing this for way longer than me, because this is only, I'm finishing up my 18th month straight. They say, and it makes a ton of sense if you think about your impressions. If you're not into social media, you might not notice this kind of thing, but a very small fraction of your audience will see posts that you make. So, for example, if you make a post, you might have 5% of your audience see it. So, there's 95% of your audience that has never seen it. And if you continue to keep growing over months, if you repost that same content because it's still equally as valuable in terms of the information it's offering, what does it matter? Right? You're still delivering value. So again, my goal is not to say, hey, just reuse the same thing over and over and never get creative. But to give you an example, this weekend coming up, I'm going to be taking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. I say off, I'll probably go online a bit. But I'm going to be on vacation with my wife. You know, it's cool. Content will go out every single day that I'm gone. I am going to still write my newsletter in advance because that is not something that can be evergreen. That is something that I have people subscribe to. They expect to receive that. But my social media posts will continue. So that's how BrandGhost works. I'm migrating my stuff over to that. I have one person who is migrated or onboarded onto my previous platform. I mentioned him before. And he's asked to scale up. So we've gone up 50% on his content. And I am really eager to get him onto BrandGhost because the way that I have to manage his stuff right now is not sustainable for me. But I've told him I want to be able to prove to you that the concept works so you see the benefit. And that way, when BrandGhost is ready for you to be onboarded with, you'll feel confident. So I think that's going well. Is that it though? Is that on the BrandGhost stuff? It might be. I'm excited. I see a lot of value in this. It's I think there's lots of tools to do content scheduling, help you create content and stuff like that. But this is a different approach. Yeah, you can still go schedule your content with other tools. I'm not trying to say like those tools don't have value, but it's just not the way I make content. And the stat I've given before is that with the amount of short form videos I have that are evergreen, I could take months off of not creating shorts and repost shorts, and you'd never have seen them before. So that's pretty cool. Every piece of content I try to create is an investment for the future. Okay, that's BrandGhost stuff. I'm super excited. If you want to check it out, it is brandghost.ai. My goal is to be able to help content creators that are trying to create content at scale like I'm doing. And to give you an example, I am currently paying for everything that I'm doing. I'm not going to give you exact figures, but because it's not just content creation, it's engagement as well. I have to spend time engaging. So the cost behind, and this isn't including my time, but the costs that I end up paying for engagement and creation are over $1,000 per month. It's a lot of money, right? And that's so there's some pieces there that I'll be scaling back because they don't make sense. And when BrandGhost is complete, I will be able to drop that down to, well, it'll be free for me, just operational. But basically, I'm hoping to be able to get people kind of doing what I was doing for a fraction of the cost. And when BrandGhost is fully functional, not only will I be saving money on my content creation, I will be able to do it extremely effectively compared to what I'm doing right now. Words are hard. It's because I'm spending time building it and coming up with this system for content. So anyway, that's kind of cool. I'm excited about that. I will have to cancel my live stream in a week and a bit because I will be on vacation. I have a couple of interviews coming up this week. I might have 3. I think I had 2, and then I had to reschedule one, and I didn't want to push it out. Sorry, it's bedtime. So I think I moved that up. It's going to be a busy week. I will be live streaming tomorrow night because it is Sunday. And I'm going to try to get a couple of streams in probably like Tuesday morning, maybe Tuesday morning and Tuesday evening. We'll see. That's probably a little bit too much, but Tuesday morning I think would be good. We'll probably do some WPF stuff, probably do some image sharp stuff for image processing because I see some people talking about that. What else? Courses. I have started my 4th Dometrain course. So I have the statement of work that is signed. So I started recording some of that today. If I don't get around to it throughout this week, I will probably take my laptop on vacation. And for making courses, I like to make the sample programs and then record. So I might take advantage of just looking at the course layout and just trying to make those little sample programs, save me some time, and I don't have to record. Then when I come back, I can just blast through it. So that'll be really cool. I'll try to do some of that to catch up, but that should launch beginning of September. I have another course that comes after that. No timeline on it, but it will be after that. And then I have a discussion going on for another course and a group of courses. And I am so excited for these ones. Actually, the other one I mentioned that's after the current one, that's technically most excited for that. But these other courses, at least that are in discussion right now, that's where I want to be focusing my time and energy. That's what I'll say. So in discussion, we'll figure that out. But yeah, I'm super pumped to do that. It's definitely, I love programming, don't get me wrong. So these courses will just be something that I feel very passionate about, and hopefully that comes through in the education part. I think that's it. I haven't written blogs in a while. Feel pretty bad about that, but at the same time, the video stuff's going well. So it's felt good to kind of double down into that. I feel a little bad about the blogs, but I think when BrandGhost is done, and when I say done, software's never done, but I feel like when BrandGhost is not trying to get on its legs, I will have more time for that. I just don't right now. So that's that. We'll wrap it up there, under 15 minutes. Thank you so much for the support. Sorry for the late video last week, but you can watch that one and then hopefully this one back to back. All the updates at once. And I'll see you next week. Maybe not. Maybe I'll try to get this next video posted before I go. Early Friday morning. Take care. Have an awesome week. See you next time.